During recent elections, President Donald Trump had managed to secure his seat at the White House as the 45th president. However, he has raised a lot of skepticity to the financial markets. This is because he has introduced plenty of tariff barriers. And this ties in to his initial plans of making America great again by pushing towards an inwards driven growth, at the same time increasing tax revenues that United States collect. Likewise, majority of US financial markets saw a growth. However, this was at a very cautious rate due to the uncertainty that Trump had caused. Moreover, it supported that the market holds true to defy prognosticators in the market, at the same time hold true to efficiency market hypothesis, which states that markets are based on interactions rather than mere prediction.
The interconnection of financial market between Malaysia and the United States. Maybank has its branch in New York, which has been established since 1984. The Bank of America Malaysia Berhad has a corresponding relationship with the Malaysian Bank since 1959. It provides financial service for corporate clients and financial institutions. Malaysia as a developing country requires greater need of foreign capital for development of the country. The changes of external market will impact the risk level of particular assets. Investor will diversify its portfolio by moving from US to Malaysia. The valuation of bond is based on the demand and supply of a nation requirement. The change of bond yield directly impacts the proportion of Malaysian investment in the United States, vice versa. If a US investor predicts the reduction of interest rate in Malaysia, they will demand less of Malaysia's bond while acquire more of United States bonds. This will lead to decline of foreign holdings in Malaysia. Exchange rates. Malaysian ringgit has depreciated against the US dollar with the lowest state of 4.47 per 1 US dollar. Today, $1 is traded for 4.28 ringgit. It signals that ringgit have appreciated against the dollar, which means higher purchasing power and leads to increase of import from the United States. The main indices that represent the US financial market are Dow Jones Industrial Average and Standard & Poor's. Both indices serve as a basis for the Malaysian stock market. Hence, any news announcement released in the US will indirectly impact the Malaysian financial market.
Trump's decision to help the increase of coal production in the US will drive down the price of oil, and this is very bad for Malaysian export in oil and gas. Secondly, Trump's tax cut policy will cause investors from Malaysia to move to the US, and this will cause the devaluation of Malaysian ringgit. Third, Trump's scandals such as firing James Comey, the head of the FBI, caused market volatility, and this is also bad for the Malaysian financial market. Fourth, Trump's protectionist policy that plans to increase import tax from goods coming from other countries will hurt Malaysian trade to the US. Finally, Trump's expansionary policy will increase the inflation in the US, and this will make the Malaysian bond market much more attractive for other investors to come and invest in bond market in Malaysia.
Pros and cons of Trump's presidency on the Malaysian capital market. In the short run, Trump's presidency will cause the USD to strengthen against the Malaysian ringgit. This will cause a steady inflation in the Malaysian economy. Bank Negara will react to this by tightening the monetary policy, which will increase the interest rates. This will positively affect the bond markets as the volume of trade in the bond markets increase. In the long run, Trump's presidency can positively affect the capital markets depending on his policy implementation. If growth picks up, Malaysian investors can benefit in small cap equities and government securities. When growth is moderate, high return bonds may be better, yet great quality and promising stocks would be questionable. And if growth declines, portfolios can take advantage from assignments to hedge stocks and government bonds.
In short term, Trump's ability to deliver his policy agenda has caused the global risk appetite to reduce. That leads investors flee risky assets. The rapid stock selling resulted the supply to increase and the price to decrease. Therefore, the market value of stock decreases will lead to the decrease in the market capitalization. This causes the overall nation capital market to fall. As shown, KLCI falls in the short term on Trump's victory date. In the long run, the tax cut will encourage investment, and this stimulates the US economy. Thus, the US Federal Reserve are more willing to increase the interest rate, and this will strengthen the US currency and weaken the ringgit. This eventually stimulates capital outflows from Malaysia, especially with 47% of Malaysian government securities are held by foreign investors.